I-8 corridor in Imperial County, 5 segments. The CRCP project was a $340 million investment on Interstate 8 in Imperial County. Continuously reinforced concrete pavement, or CRCP, is constructed with steel reinforcing bars placed along the concrete along the entire length of the pavement. CRCP naturally forms tight transverse cracks to evenly transfer loads. The result is a continuous, smooth riding surface capable of withstanding the heaviest traffic loads and the most adverse environmental conditions. CRCP provides a superior roadway, reduces maintenance and cost, while at the same time improves safety for highway workers by reducing their exposure to traffic. CRCP is relatively new to Caltrans and had not been done in such a large scale. The project, located in Imperial Valley, consisted of reconstructing 48 miles of Interstate 8. Extreme temperatures in the summer, along with high winds, added to the challenging work.
Innovation feature number 1, divide and conquer. The 48-mile corridor was broken up into separate segments for various reasons. We first looked at the existing road condition. Segment 1, 2, and 3 showed greater occurrence of distressed pavement, while segment 4 and 5 showed distressed pavement to a lesser degree. All segments were well past their design life of 40 years. The design team decided early on to apply the CRCP full replacements to segments 1 through 3 and apply the CRCP overlay to segments 4 and 5. Doing so allowed us to mitigate traffic impacts along the corridor so that all 48 miles were not under construction at the same time. The CRCP overlay utilized the existing structure section and thereby decreased construction costs in those segments. We increased contract competitiveness by introducing different methods of CRCP to different segments along the corridor. Segmenting allows us to gain knowledge from the earlier segments and to apply them to future segments and ultimately to future projects. This newfound knowledge will be discussed in Innovation 3 and 4. The 48-mile project was broken into 5 segments to make it more manageable to design and construct. It also allowed more contractors to bid on the different segments. This resulted in lower construction costs. Each segment was delivered on schedule and within budget. Innovation feature number 2, recycling. 100% of the old JPCP pavement removed to replace the CRCP on segments 1, 2, and 3 was crushed and reused in segments 4 and 5 as shoulder backing after the CRCP overlay. The CRCP overlay raised the profile of the freeway by about 1 foot, and cost for imported material for shoulder backing was eliminated by recycling the material. Conversely, there was no material waste and extra cost to export the same material from 1, 2, and 3 because of recycling. In segment 4 and 5, the existing JPCP functioned as a pavement-based layer for the CRCP overlay. There was zero waste and no processing required of the old concrete pavement. This resulted in the conservation of virgin aggregate, elimination of deposit at disposal sites, and reduction of the need to transport construction material, which led to a decrease in greenhouse gas emission and traffic congestion. In effect, we recycled the old pavement by leaving it in place. Another form of recycling is the use of the existing Avenue Hughes Highway, old U.S. Route 80, as a detour for westbound traffic during construction. Rehabilitating the Avenue Hughes Highway allow all lanes of I-8 to remain open while allowing the contract to stage their construction activities to the most efficient in a safe environment. Once construction was completed, the newly rehabilitated Avenue Hughes Highway is now used by bicyclists to cross the Imperial Valley and designated as an official bike route.
Innovation feature number 3, additional string line for HMA. The existing pavement's profile was not uniform, which would have needed additional concrete to fill the fluctuations for which the contractor requested additional compensation for an unknown volume. We agreed to use an additional string line for the HMA, the CRCP subgrade, to absorb the existing variations. This change was the result of a joint effort in seeking for a solution to a potential claim. Furthermore, it provided a consistent subgrade for the CRCP as designed and provided conditions to improve smoothness on the finished grade. Innovation feature number 4, additional concrete paver. The contractor's approach to reach smoothness requirements and minimize the need of post-paving grinding. They placed in the front a knockdown machine or a modified paver used to provide constant load of concrete at a consistent thickness. The main paver followed at a steady speed to smooth off any variations left, increasing smoothness. 2 lanes and the 2 shoulders were paved at the same time, which meant the paving machine had to be especially wide at 39 feet. Again, this increased smoothness. Gus Silva was the construction engineer for all 5 segments. Daniel Hernandez and Daniel Juarez were the resident engineers. During 4 years to complete the 5 segments, Lori Berman, Corey Binns, and Gustavo Dallarda were the district directors. Kaufman Specialties and Security Paving were the contractors. The 5 segments received the National Award for Excellence in Concrete Paving for its design and construction. The individual segments have received several Caltrans Partnering Awards.
Well, unless anybody has any other question, but in general, this was the most important project here in Imperial Valley, and as you can see, it was a team effort. Great response from construction personnel and design, as well as the contractor.
Well, I can tell you, I spent one summer out there doing all that preliminary work so we could stay on schedule. This project hit us real fast, and I'm really proud of the district for how well we did delivering that for the people of Imperial County and through commuters or through travelers. So thanks again for everyone for attending. I'm going to end the session now, and I invite you to go right to your next one. And thanks again, Dan.